If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button as well as the bell to be notified of future videos.
Hello,
Thank you.
Internet. It's been a while. Yes, it's been a while. I haven't run away. I've just had life getting in the way. So here we are again, Vossie and his music appreciation. One of those sessions. Are you interested? Are you not interested? I'll tell you why I asked that question, or that set of questions, is because I do believe that Legacy Conversations, the channel, has a specific remit, and it's Koos's wish that we stick as close as possible to the values and the core reasons for the existence of Legacy Conversations. Okay, there's a groot backfold die, but I think it's patently obvious that most folk that visit or who visit Legacy Conversations, the channel is to come and look at the oorlogmanne, the men that could, the men that didn't want to, they could. You can look at the figures yourself on the channel. The Special Forces lads, the most views, 3-2 battalion, 3-1 battalion. Core values of the channel is for folk, men and women who served, to share their stories, their legacy, to leave their legacy. Since Koos and Rebecca and Kevin, and now Andrew, have come along and welcomed me and made me feel part and parcel of this family, the Legacy Conversations family, I thought, how about music, which is a passion of mine, a love of mine, and after much thought, I came along and did the first top 20. I find that it does stimulate some conversation, which is a good thing. That was the whole purpose and plan of it. There are, in my conversations with some of the guys, especially the 3-1 battalion guys that I have chatted with, they all mention music. Donnie, Ziggy, Ben Wolf, these folk all mention music, and others too. So I don't only want to pick those three out, but it was after chatting with those three initially that I realized music can be used as a tool and should be used as a tool, in my eyes. Only my interpretation. Don't shoot if you don't like the messenger. Anyway, I'm talking lots and lots and lots of. So I'm going to do the 1981 top 20. I have it ready. I have it prepared. I've had it prepared for way more than a month. It should have been out way more than a month ago, but as I've said, life got in the way. Ja, ek weet ek gorrel nou baie, maar ek wil net laat julle weet hoekom ek in die agtergrond in verdwyn het daar vir meer as 'n maand, amper 6 weke. Wat ek lanklaas met julle gesels het, of dat ek lanklaas 'n top 20 gedoen het. But here we go, 1981's top 20. I'm going to just add, as always, as I put the strip across here, the top 20, and then the rules. Remember the rules, folk. The rules are my rules. I don't want to cause fights. People ask me for different artists and songs, but I use 3 sources, 3 websites: the US chart, Billboard 100, the UK chart, and then the South African chart of the specific year that we chat about. So I select off of there, and you can see the web links are included. You can't open them, but you can copy and paste them, or you can go and hunt for them your way if you want to see what I use. Anyway, the year is the top 20. I'm going to rattle through them quickly, and then I can go on to the other matter that I want to chat about, music-wise. Matter or matters, we can decide afterwards and you can give me feedback, please. Okay, top 20 for 1981. Arthur's Theme, Christopher Cross. That was a great song. The Best That You Can Do. The song was also known as that. Then, of course, we have to have Rolling Stones. When the Rolling Stones are on the charts, it's a good thing for me because I love the Rolling Stones. Start Me Up, number 19. Kool and the Gang. It was the music was it was sort of starting to encompass different genres as well. Kool and the Gang, Celebration. It was it's a catchy, nice, hoppy song. I mean, if you went to the discos in those days, you would most certainly have danced to a Celebration, Kool and the Gang. That's number 18. Number 17, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, OMD, Joan of Arc. Love the song. Love where that sort of new romantics thing was going to, but only to a certain degree. Then Everything She Does Is Magic, the Police. Sometimes I think the Police were overrated. Sometimes I think, no, they were great. I gotta be in a mood for the Police, but they were on the charts, and that's what it's all about. Sharing with you what was on the charts. Rod Stewart, Passion. Remember that? Passion. That was a big number for him. And that year, he was sort of back in favor. I do recall seeing quite a lot about Rod Stewart and his, not eccentric way of life, excessive way of life, I suppose we could say. Ladies' man and all those nice things, or all those ugly things. Okay, number 14, Betty Davis Eyes, Kim Carnes. Yes. Should I say any more? A song about the excesses of life too, I presume. Or I assume. Do I assume or presume correctly? You can tell me. Ja, ek weet ek praat baie en ek weet ek gorrel, but that's what the whole point of this was all about, was to stimulate conversation. And you can tell me what you thought of specific songs on this list, not on other lists, because I have to, as I've said many times, capture what is delivered to me for that year on that year's lists. Okay, and then 13, Stop Dragging My Heart Around, Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty. Quite a good duet that. Who doesn't love Tom Petty, and who doesn't remember Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac days? That era, good music. Number 12, Take It on the Run, REO Speedwagon. Massive song. They had quite a few in that period of time. Modern day classics, I would say. You might see more of REO Speedwagon in the next year or two's reviews. 11 is for my foreigner friends. Urgent. Yes. There we go. Foreigner will continue popping up every once in a while, but it wasn't the only and the best foreigner song in my book. There were others too, but it seems that it was on this year's list. Okay, you know the story. I don't have to repeat myself. 10, Green Door, Shakin' Stevens. Bit of fun there, bit of enjoyment, bit of fun. Yeah, for sure. Number 10, that was number 10. What did they call him? They gave him some sort of a strange name. Number 9, Kids in America, Kim Wilde. Her dad was big into the music. Many said she had a very flat, thin voice, and she only got onto the charts because of her dad. Who cares? Kim Wilde, Kids in America. I'll play this at some point during the podcasts as well. There's a few different ones from that era that I will start including in the podcasts as memory stirrers. Okay, number 8, all those years ago, George Harrison. Now, I'm not a Beatles fan, but I am a George Harrison fan. Let's just say that. love George Harrison's music, and I think it's agreed that he got stitched by the Lennon and McCartney leadership group that only allowed him ever to put maximum 2 of his songs on an LP. Okay, that was number 8. Number 7, No Woman, No Cry, the live version. Bob Marley and the Wailers. Absolutely loved that song. I can tell you stories about 1983 flight engineers course. If when we had parties, I was usually the provider of the music for the parties there in the NCO's mess, and the girls came and visited, and we partied long and hard. And when I wanted to get everybody dancing, all I needed to do was put this on. Oh gosh, the plumber is back. Oh gosh, I'll have to pause. Well, where were we? Yeah, I said life gets in the way. We had to schedule the plumber to come and do a repair for us, and I didn't hear him come back in the front door. I should have been more attentive. But as I said, life gets in the way. So where were we? We were talking about No Woman, No Cry. If I wanted to get everyone on the dance floor, just put this on and play it. And then the requests would be for about 6 or 7 times more during the evening to play Bob Marley and the Wailers. Sometimes I would play other. Oh, in any case, you know the story. You know the story. By hook or by crook, we're going to get this done. Promise you we're going to get this done. As I've said ad nauseum, time is tight, so I have to fit in between the plumber and his activities, but hopefully it'll be quiet for a little while until I can get this done now. Okay, we'll go off from number 7, No Woman, No Cry, and we'll go to number 6, Vienna, Ultravox. Moody piece of music, quite enjoyable. I still enjoy it today. Yeah, can you remember the video, the streets and the misty and whatever the mental pictures come to mind? That's what Europe looks like in the winter. Yeah, for sure. If you've not seen Europe in the winter, have a look, go back there. Okay, that was Vienna. And then number 5, a bit of Phil Collins. Yep, enjoy a bit of Phil Collins. Enjoy a bit of Genesis every once in a while. In the Air Tonight, Phil Collins, big, massive, massive, big. And then number 4, Roxy Music, Jealous Sky. There's a Roxy Music, what do you call them? Those maxi singles, 12-inch singles. That's got this on. Terrific, terrific. Love it to bits. It'll be shared in the podcasts at some point in time too. Number 3, Too Much Time on My Hands, Sticks. Now, Sticks keeps on appearing in these annual sets of lists. Wonder why? Maybe because I've got a particular fancy for Sticks. And remember, as I often say, ja, nee, ek sê dikwels the top 5 can be shuffled about on any given day, but may vary. It's just as the day in question, when I was putting it together, as I felt on that specific day and at that moment. But you can change these whichever way you'd like to change them. Anyway, number 2, Don't Stop Believing, Journey. I didn't put this as number 1 because it was sort of became an anthem for triers, not an anthem for winners. Anyway, that's just my personal take on it. And then number 1, Bob Seger. Always love Bob Seger. All his music, there goes the plumber again. Well, just when you think things have quietened down to a cup final, then that happens. Okay, so number 1, Trying to Live My Life Without You, Bob Seger. Yeah, I'll be partial to Bob Seger. for sure. I'll be partial to him on his own in the young days. And I'll be partial to him later on and wherever. Oh, the noise. Sorry, I do have to apologize. I hope you don't hear most of this, and I hope it's just my imagination running wild that you can hear all of it. Any case, as I said, that is the 1981 list, my list, for you to debate. I could put other songs on there, but it's my list. In the 1981, in the 1980 list, if you go back there, you'll see I discussed some folk that will never be on the list. I'll never put them on the list. Okay, so what do we want to talk about? What do I want to talk about? What suggestions do I want to propose? I wonder, is this top 20 the right format to use as a discussion point for when it comes to music and memories? That's what it's all about, is trying to leave the memories and how music affected your memories. Okay, so for a long time, I have wanted to do chats about specific albums or specific collections of albums. So let me start off with by saying this. I'm not going to do that today. I just want to suggest that soon I'm going to be doing I'm going to put the photo in here. I'm holding in my hands here, and it won't focus. I'm trying to get it to focus, but it's blurring. Okay, you see it there? Hot August Night, Neil Diamond. Obviously now it's inverted as well. So I put a photo of the cover here. This is a double live album. I started off with that one specifically because in the week, Friday the 10th of March, I will be ending the podcast off with vinyl off this particular album that I do show you here. The side 4, the will be the compilation, about 10 minutes worth of the outro there, and fantastic. And it's for Koos. Yes, I love playing Neil Diamond specifically for Koos, and also for us because we love Neil Diamond too. So that's my point. Do we discuss LPs in the future? I have one or two ideas in mind that we can talk about specific LPs. Now I'm going to show you one here. Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, Bob Dylan soundtrack of the movie. I'll put a photo in here of it, because the version that he does on Knocking on Heaven's Door on there, to me, far superior to all other Bob Dylan versions, and for that matter, other versions too. So I will play that in the podcast at some point in time. But other thoughts, Kevin Johnson mentioned, he's mentioned Peter Tosh and a few others of the reggae guys, but he's also mentioned Bennett Work. Others have mentioned others, Mike Batt, Schizophrenia, The Right to Agadir. And so do we talk about individual LPs or, as I said, groupings? I want to, at some point in time, discuss double live albums, because I think all of you South Africans will agree with me that that was the closest we could get to the concert feeling. I do recall lying flat on my back with headphones on, and I had a proper set of headphones, and I had a proper NAD with AR speakers, hi-fi. It was top of the range for its age, for its era. Any case, that I used to put the headphones on and crank it up and listen to the concerts and think that I was there and lie flat on my back on the floor and just enjoy. So there are many live albums in my collection, and I still have a soft spot for them. A friend of mine once said he hates them because he hates the clapping out a beat, and he hates the noise at the end, and but I love them. So, yeah, there are pros and cons, but to me, that was our youth that we're talking about. That was our early days in the defense force that we're talking about, and that's why particularly me, why I enjoyed live. So, give us feedback. Asseblief, laat my weet wat dink julle. If there's a particular album that you might be thinking of, that try me and see, maybe I've got it. I don't have a massive library, but from that era, I do have quite a lot of the ones that we collected. And if you saw it in your buddy's collection, you went and found it. One of them I can name specifically is Lee Clayton's Naked Child. Love that album. Absolutely love it. And that was because of word of mouth, that kind of thing. So yeah, we can discuss and play. And I can do play the music on the podcasts, but I cannot play the music on YouTube. I think 8 seconds is the maximum you're allowed to play of a song. Any longer and you get a YouTube strike. And let me put it this way. If I cause a YouTube strike on the Legacy Conversations channel, I will get struck off. That's for sure, because then I will have directly defiled the ethos of Legacy Conversations. So I've spoken enough. Ek het heeltemal te veel gesels nou. I do once again apologize for the background noise occasionally, but that's life. Ek sê dankie, and soos ons altyd sê by Legacy, until we meet again, God bless.